What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Pursuit of Destiny podcast. On this podcast, we talk about passion, purpose, and destiny with the idea of helping you living out the life that you were born to live and that you ultimately want to live deep down inside, but yet has started the journey. And for those that don't know, my name is Ricky Jones Jr. And if you are watching on YouTube, you see somebody next to me. But if you're listening, hey, I'm gonna let you hear his voice. His name is Gammage. I call him Gammage, the great brother, friend, and everything in between. But nonetheless, Gammage, man, what's up? Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I'm bro. We are here. That's all I can say. We're here.
Finally, and I'm trying to figure out where to look. Do I look at the camera? Do I look at you? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. By the end of it, we'll be looking and we'll figure it all out. So I say all that to say, if you are listening to the podcast, I do recommend you to check this one out on YouTube. So just so you get to see what we are and who we are and all that good stuff in between. However, Gambo Fisher. I talked about, ladies and gentlemen, starting out doing interviews, and then we were going to start out with a bang, okay? And I meant it, pun intended, largely because of who this man is and what he does. So I ask you, Gambo, for those that don't know, who are you and what do you do? I know you have your shirt on, Gammunition. However, for those that don't know, let them know who that is and what that is.
Sure. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gammage. Terrence Alexander Clark Gammage. For those of you
full name,
studying the governmental name.
Oh boy.
My name is Terrence Gammage, but you family can call me Gammage.
There it is.
Business people call me Terrence. You refer to me. That's the line drawn.
Okay.
Family call me Gammage. I am part owner of Gammunition Arms Training LLC, where we do firearm training for first time shooters as well as home safety, and I am a certified NRA pistol trainer. So I ain't just out here somebody who know how to shoot and telling people about shooting. Okay. As a certified. And, yeah, man. So that's what we do.
No, that's cool. That's cool. So now, how long has Gammunition been going and running and doing what it does?
Man, Gammunition as a business, we've been going now for probably. We honestly just celebrated our 1 year official running in the business format. Yeah. But I would say I've been doing Gammunition, just not under the official sense, for about maybe two and a half years. Nice.
And for those that watch this podcast, right, it's all about helping people go from where they are in the scope of like wanting to do more, wanting to be all that they are, having passions about things, but not necessarily taking that next step. So even with your idea of celebrating 1 year officially, but ultimately doing it unofficially is a thing, right? And it's okay to do it that way, because doing it unofficially also gave you the confidence to be able to do it officially.
And allow me to work out all the mistakes, not all, but a lot of the mistakes that I needed to work out, doing it unofficially. In just that practice mode, man. Like, it really did allow me to just work through some kinks, knock out some things. And by the time we started doing it, I was like, you know what? I know what not to bring into this thing. I know what not to allow to happen. And which we're still growing in that. But nonetheless, there's a lot of things that happened before books were taken that I don't need IRS or any of those things on my back now. So no.
Right. Especially dealing with guns, right? That you have to be on firearms. That's the official way, right? Yes, he helps me and keep me clear, right? And I'm gonna just say it like that. But nonetheless, like, he lets me know it's not clips. You know what I'm saying? It's magazines.
It's certain jargon when you use it. Or when the individual uses it. You know that. You know what?
They don't know.
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
Correct. But I'm learning, firearms.
There you go.
Okay, magazines.
There we go.
I'm going to attempt to use the proper words during this here video, right? When it's over, we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, dealing with firearms, you have to be on point, because it's a life or death situation, right? It's a real tool. So now that's cool. Now, you say you've been doing it officially for a year. You've been doing it unofficially a little bit longer, learning out different kinks and things like that. What would you say was like the biggest hurdle that you had to take from doing it unofficially to doing it officially?
Biggest hurdle.
Because oftentimes, like, that's that period where people are trying to figure out, do I do it?
Yeah.
Do I not do it? Yeah. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like,
if I could say one, man, I believe that one of the biggest hurdles for us was like paying ourselves, or like actually charging someone for the knowledge that you have.
Oh, that's good.
Like, I would go and pay for trainings,
right?
But then thinking that, man, like, I'm just me. Like, I love doing this. You know what I'm saying? And because I love people so much, man, I'll give this thing away at a heartbeat. Right. And so one of the biggest hurdles, honestly, has been, hey, your time is worth money. Like, you've gone through things to be able to charge individuals, and you're still charging less than what others, but that's one of our staples in Gammunition. We don't compare. I'm not even looking at what the next man is charging. I know the caliber and the end result of what it is that we can offer, and that was a hard one, man.
Yeah. Paying yourself and charging the right prices, man. That's good. That's a whole nother, like, conversation in itself, because I mean, even knowing when you're stepping out into an entrepreneur endeavor, what to charge things, and having the confidence of saying that this is the price.
Correct.
Right? And oftentimes you start off with family and friends, and you know, you want to get them apart. Right. You also want to help, but then you also want to stick to what you said.
Exactly.
Right? Because
you want them to believe in you.
That part too.
You believe in
right,
you.
Right.
Like, hey, I got this awesome thing. And they're like, oh man, come over and do it.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying I want to come over and do it, but here's the price. I mean, we were just talking though, right?
Right.
Like, talking?
Right.
Okay. All right.
Hello. Right. So let me just show you my firearm. Like, what would you do if, like, safety was a thing, right? So you start getting hypotheticals type deal. You know, it happens. It happens. It happens to all of us at the end of the day. So, like, let me ask this. What is something that you would say that you're passionate about?
Oh, man. People.
Yeah.
People.
Like, that's very true. If you know him, you know that's very true.
Yeah. Like, this is just another thing in the toolbox, another tool in the toolbox that God uses to allow us to impact people, man. And so I'll grab, guys, here's another thing too. If you've been listening, or if you haven't listened, go back and listen. Okay. There was an episode that Ricky said, and when you know people, you have to shuffle through the names that you refer to them as. Okay. There's so much wisdom at our fingertips. Like, what are you reaching for? Like, what's the piece of wisdom that you're reaching for? And I say that to say, man, I will pour in so much wisdom in me so that I can impact other people. Yeah. And that's, at the end of it, that's what I want to be able to do. Right. God, if I can use this avenue and reach this person, although we're focused on firearms, I know the root of it is to display the love of God. Yep. So that's a huge passion, man.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. And I asked the passion question because oftentimes as well, like, people are trying to figure out what to do and what they should do, or what that even could look like. Yeah. But oftentimes, you know, even in the scope of purpose, which is a whole nother topic, we'll get there as well. However, right now with passion, they'll wonder, you know, they have different things that they want to do. They see different things and impact that they want to make, even as you even said. However, like, they'll hold out because it's like they're passionate about it, but don't act out on that passion because maybe it doesn't look confined into a way in which they think it should, right? Yes, with your passion being people. Yeah. People wouldn't associate firearm training with a passion for people, right? Because it's like firearms take out people. Right. But no, if I teach you the right way, if I teach you
saving people.
Correct.
Man, listen, and you know what? That's so beautiful, Ricky. One of the things that Pastor Poe used to say, that if you aren't getting paid for the thing that you do, that it's just a hobby. Yep. And I would tell people, man, if you're trying to search for a thing that just ignites your passion, like, start with where your hobbies are. Yeah. Like, what are some things that you just enjoy doing? What's some things that, and we know that we've heard that so many times, what are things that you would do if you didn't, if you know what I'm saying, it wasn't getting paid to do it, but you just love to do it? What would that be? For me, I love guns. Like, I love playing with building firearms, building guns. You can use them interchangeably. Hello. But I love rifles, the whole 9 yards. And it only made sense that eventually those two things would collide. People, firearms, right? Bomb, they will connect at some point.
Bang. You know what I'm saying? Safely. You know what I'm saying? All of that matters. And I will say, if you are on Instagram, right? And that's the only reason why you can't. But if you are on Instagram, you should check out his Instagram page, because you will get to see all of these things come to life as far as his firearm room, firearm safe, building firearms, doing different meetups and groups and things like that, which is awesome, right? So not only does he get the opportunity to do things for himself and with himself, but through the business, be able to connect and interact with different people, and now even have like the term as an influencer, right? Like my brother is growing and coming up at the end of the day, which even speaks to your love for people, right? Because it was something, you had a company, right? So I'm gonna start the story and you can tell the story, because there may be somebody watching and or listening and it's like, oh man, like it's something that I want to do, it's something I see myself doing, however I don't know the way towards doing it, right? And so as I know from my view in which you can take it at any point, you had an interest in firearms, right? The interest then led you to the company. You need firearms and you need gear while you're out here doing the company, because I mean there's a look that goes along with the whole look, right? You can't be out there and jeans with holes and things like that, and you know, you can't be looking weird on the firing range.
Look sketchy.
Hello, or we're gonna be watching. But nonetheless, like you do that, and it was a company that you started paying attention to and started purchasing their gear, and then they started being aware of you because you started making posts about their gear. You started incorporating other people with their gear, and they're like, oh man, like I love what you're doing, we love who you are, we love what you represent, let's come together, right? So like how did that, like, man, how did that partnership come about?
Oh man, so thank you.
Yes, sir.
One of the partnerships that
you heard that right, that's one
of the,
see, all you have to do is start. Go ahead.
It was such a beautiful thing. We know social media is a large part driven by hashtags and the people that are on there. So if you are connecting, or if you have a company in mind that you love, man, just start atting them, start hashtagging them. And that's what I did. As Gammunition, I would run my Gammunition page as well as GotGammage, my own personal page. In between the two, I am just hashtagging. Well, then others are following those hashtags, seeing what I'm doing, and man, I just start, you know what, I'm going to purchase, because you can't have people sewing into you if you ain't willing to sew into somebody else. So I'm also sewing into other companies as an upright individual. Before I just start asking you for something, I want you to see me out and about with something that I've put my coins in that belongs to you. Get it? And over time, like I can't tell you a magic number, but I can say, over time, and one of the things that I know Pursuit of Destiny, consistency. Consistency brought me to a place of, hey, well, it wasn't like this. It was more like, hey, hello. We see what you did there. We like what you did. How do you feel about we send you some stuff and would you rock it?
Wow, that table turned.
Here I go. I don't know. But off camera, I'm like, giddy. Bro, it happened time after time where I would just sow seed into a company. And a lot of them were like startup companies. And initially, a lot of them were just mom and pop companies that they didn't have a large following. But they, in going into their profile, looking at their page, seeing what they stand for, man, I can align my values with your values. So you don't have a lot of followings, I don't have a lot of followings, but if we're going to grow, at least our core values will align and we'll grow together. True. Man, doing that, other companies saw how hard I was rocking and representing their company, and they look, man, these people know names. We got a name. Hey, we notice what you're doing there. How would you like to be a part of what we're doing? Come through. Wow. And that's how it happened, man. Just like that. Time after time.
Man, there was so much in there, right? If I was to unpack just even that scenario and that story, the large part of how it even derived to where it is now is you reap what you sow. 100%. Right? 100%. Right? Like, if there are no seeds sown, there won't be a harvest on the other end. Correct, and what you did, and I love the way you even talked about it, right? But we're not even saying formulas, right? No. This is biblical truth. truth, right? It's in the word.
You can't get away from these things.
It's foundational, right? The truth is you reap what you sow. You sowed seeds within these companies, right? And oftentimes we think of and hearing the ideas of like sowing seeds and things like that with money in church, right? It goes even beyond that. That's a way for you to start the process. That's a way for you to get a feel for it and how it goes and how it flows. But you even do it in the lives of others, right? So I know you personally. I know you do it in the lives of others. But even through your business, you did it with another business.
Yes, sir.
Right? Which people don't even think about it that way. And doing it with another business, hashtagging and doing what he did. But now he's starting to get
fruit from that thing.
Product. Fruit.
Listen.
And for free.
Ricky, if I could tell you,
yes.
For those of you who know firearms and you've been even exposed a little to firearms, it is an expensive hobby.
Yes.
And whereas I would say upwards, and I'm not even like undercutting it, upwards of about $600 to $700 a month can go toward firearms. When you talk about ammo, when you talk about range fees, when you talk about equipment maintenance, like at least if we just did a safe number and say $500 a month, and I could proudly say within the first year of our operation now, we are seeing companies sponsor in.
That's it. Wow.
Minimal.
Yes.
$500 a month.
There it is.
Now that's an offset. Like that's one thing that we do not have to do. And this is, I wanted to tag this in there as well. In you representing other companies and doing what it is that you're doing, just showing love to them on social media. So many people are unaware that you can go on companies' website, and a lot of times underneath there, like just resources tab. They have PNGs and company PNGs that they'll allow you to use. I got those. Some of the companies, I got their PNGs, and I was using them in my videos.
Wow.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's good.
Before I was sponsored by any of them, I would tag them in my video because I was using their product. So now I'm talking about their products. I'm tagging them, branding them in my video as if we're already partners.
Correct. Hello, speaking dead. That's it. Yes.
But you gotta be there.
Right. Man, that's so cool. And even like I'm aware, right? We're both aware of what's going on in the culture, right? And one of the big words that is being used right now is like manifestation, right? That's a big one, right? And we've talked about it on this channel. Y'all know where I am with it, the biblical truth behind manifestation. However, the part that I want to talk about is what you even spoke on is you have what you say, right? And that's biblical truth, right? You ask and you receive. You seek and you will find. You knock and the door will be open to you. It's in the book itself. And so you spoke that thing into, is it like you hashtag that connection before the connection actually took place, right? So there was action, which is the key part. You started working through your purpose. You started taking action. You sowed seeds, man. Like just like that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just showing you all that there is truth to what is said, and there's actions to what it looks like.
It's so freaking beautiful. For even to your point of how the culture will use manifest yourself, manifest your destiny, manifest these things. We're not even coming from a point of things that we're trying to make happen on our own, as much as the very title or name of where we are. Like I'm in pursuit of the thing that already belongs to me.
Is there.
It's already mine. I'm just doing I'm doing my part. I'm not doing anything extra other than my part in this puzzle. And man, look.
And that's where you are, right?
That's where I'm at.
Which even leads us to the other word, which is purpose, right? That's another word that we use largely with the idea that purpose is who you are, what you do, right? Purpose is another word for like function. Your function here in this world is your purpose, right? And so when you start operating within your purpose, which you can find it by way of your passion, however, if you know your purpose, start knocking into it, because that's how you are able to walk along and go along your destiny, because your destiny is already preordained, is already prearranged, is for us to walk into, live out. But we're able to do that in the vehicle called purpose. So I'm gonna ask you, Pastor Gammage, right? We're here now. Do you know, are you aware of your purpose here in this world?
I am.
All right.
I am.
let's share it. What would you say your purpose is?
The purpose of Terrence Alexander Clark.
Boom, Gammage, there it is.
Family can call me Gammage. Is to encourage, empower, motivate, and edify. In everything that I will put my hands to do, I am going to find myself encouraging someone, empowering someone, motivating someone, or edifying someone. And in that purpose, my vehicle, it can ride in any format. Anything that I find myself doing, I have to always question, are you encouraging somebody? And if I'm not, if I'm there and I'm successful in doing it, but I'm not encouraging, it's not a part of my purpose. It's just something that I'm enjoying and having fun doing. Are you motivating somebody?
Yeah.
If you're not, don't falsify your purpose. Don't act like you're doing it and you know you're not.
Nice.
Are you encouraging someone?
Yeah.
Are you edifying? Are you motivating? And if you're not, then, I mean, if I'm not.
Correct.
Then the line, I have to erase that line, and I cannot connect the dot from my purpose to this thing that I'm doing if I'm not doing those things.
Yeah,
so, yes, sir.
No, I love that. I love that. I like how you even made it specific to you.
Yeah.
Right. And I had a thought of what it was because you have I'm gonna call it words. I was about to say creed. I was about to be like uber deep, but you have words that you and your family say and that you believe and stand by. What are those things, and how did that come about?
Man, in our family, our pillars that we stand on, we do not compare, we do not complain, and we do not compete. And everything that we do, we make sure that we are focused on what it is that we have to do. We aren't looking out at anybody else saying, hey, how the Joneses are doing it, then we have to do it that way, or how XY. We don't do that. Like, we're focused on God. Did you tell us to do that? How are you telling us to do that? And that's so good, though, because even going back to what you mentioned earlier, in you walking out your purpose, it doesn't even have to look like what the next person's look like. And y'all could be, he could be a firearms instructor and I can be a firearms instructor, and we could be doing it totally different and still be accomplishing our purpose. So, I mean, you can't get caught up in don't keep up. You can't get caught up.
You can't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. No, that's true.
The Jones.
Hello.
It's the same.
Hello. It is all true at the end of the day. And I'm with it, right? And I love it. And I love the fact that, like I said, you separated your purpose with the family understanding that you all have and how you all live life and do life, which is so good, right? So good with the intent that people have their individual passions. They have their individual purpose. However, it can be lived out through a business, which of course will employ others as it grows and things like that, which, you know, every business has a core start, has a core foundation, has core values, and largely due to the CEO, right? Like how you say your part on, I take it that your wife is the other part. Hello, have to do that, just like myself. And everything, there's two.
It is two.
There is two. So
if you hear me saying I too much, know that it is directed. In the company sense, it is us.
It is a we. Hello, down to the bank accounts.
All the
right. You got to fill those things out 50, not 51, 49.
We both have to be present during tax time.
Come on. Hello. All those things lined up. But I mean, that speaks to, you know, you. That speaks to you, sir. That speaks to you, ma'am. As you're out here doing these things, starting your businesses and things like that, make sure you start from a place of passion, or you start from a place of purpose. Like, what would you say? Would you say that you found your passions out first and you found your purpose, or you found your purpose that you were able to just live out as well with passions that you have?
I would say I found my purpose first.
Nice.
Because I've had passions to do a lot of things. Like, in my passions, I've been passionate about doing a lot of things. But before I even knew what purpose was, I was excited about doing a lot of things. So I would say the passion was always there to be doing these things. Once I found purpose, then I knew the foundational reason of why I was so passionate about these things. Beforehand, it was just like, man, like, I love da-da-da-da-da. And then once you learn purpose, you're like, that's why I love da-da-da-da-da. I love that. And then it even means so much more to you. So to your point, if I could add that to say, in you starting out doing whatever it is you're doing, in building your company or taking that next step to start, I would even say build it from your place of convictions. Just what are some things that you know for a fact these are nails in the ground that won't come up. I'm not moving these nails off of anything else. And then from there, man, that right there will cause some things to get passed by, but those things just look good. And if that's not for now. But man, convictions are so, and that's another one of the words for the Gammages. Like, convictions are so important. They're vitally important.
Right. So much so that it's tattered on his arm. Right. You know what I'm saying right there. True. Say no more. But nonetheless, even with that, would you say your convictions, the ones that you have, and the ones that the business operates with and was founded on, are they in line with your passion? Or are they in line with your purpose?
I would say they're in line with my purpose.
Okay.
Because in my passion, firearms, there are individuals that I come into contact with and that I have to work with that they don't necessarily line up with my convictions. Like, they don't line up with the things that my purpose lines up. However, my purpose has led me to them for the impact that I have to have on them. And for some, it's just the assignment that's at hand. It's just the task that we have, our paths cross. But in my mind and in my heart, I'm always focused on, did you encourage them? Did you edify them? Did you motivate them? And so in that, I'm always looking to plant or water in my process. But my purpose may lead me in front of people that our convictions and things don't line up. But nonetheless, we're connected for an assignment.
Yeah. So even with that, what would you say are goals that you may have going into a firearms training or a meetup, or even connecting with companies? Like, how do you go about selecting if this is a right fit, if this is a right client? You may get somebody to reach out to you, and you may look through, I don't know, maybe you check their Instagrams or something like that, and you realize, oh no, this is not it. Like, what is that?
No, great question. So on people, I'm usually more inclined to work with people, you know,
across the board.
Like, I hadn't met a cutoff point as of yet, and that's me not working. I would say maybe 90% of the individuals and clientele that I've had to work with, they're not believers. They're not born again individuals. They're individuals who love guns and they just want to shoot something. Not somebody, something.
Hello. And so, there's a difference.
So we're working together for that common purpose. As it pertains to companies, I do the research and just looking who they are. Can I align myself with what it is that you have going on some of these levels? And on larger scales, one of the major companies that I've connected with, Brownells, one of their things, they don't do open politics. Like, they don't do open politics. They don't talk on those things openly. They have chats and things where individuals can converse on those things, but that's not something that you're going to lead with on a public stage. Why? Because it could draw lines in the sand. And with me and my purpose being to connect with people, I don't necessarily need a line drawn before I have the opportunity to even connect with you. So I'm always making sure that, okay, this company over here, they're a little bit vocal. So it was one company. I won't say their name, but I'll say it was a t-shirt company. They wanted to send me free apparel from jumpsuits, sweatshirts, tees, and things like that. But their branding was vulgar. Like, their branding had, they had some liquor bottles on some of them. They had some just like, F this and Joe Biden, and like, you know, like, they spoke in those terms, and they wanted their t-shirts in graphic, nice quality t-shirts. However, bro, I'm not going to be out and about rocking something that looks like that to say, hey, that's what you believe? Correct. No, I don't believe that. Oh, but you look like you're
wearing it.
So I turned them down. As much as I would have enjoyed the free apparel and all that, no, it's not worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
No, sir.
Which is good, right? You have to be aware of, and as you start your business, things like that, you have to be aware of things that you will do. Like you said, the stakes in the ground. Those are things that will keep you safe and allow for you to pass up on opportunities, which will make available the right ones, right? Because if you're so tied up in an opportunity, whether it's good or bad, it doesn't allow you to do other ones. And so even like that company could have brought you in and then tried to like totally surround you and say nobody else, and then you would have missed the other opportunities that you have currently and the ones that you will have going forward. Because I mean, they would even, which is cool now, just thinking about how accepting that one would have could have potentially blocked you from other ones, because now you would have put yourself in a pigeonhole to say, oh, this is who he is. Correct. This is what Gammunition represents, and this is what Gammunition stands for. And now me being one that we don't talk about politics, so we are a clean company.
We'll pass over you
every time.
We'll pass over
but deep down, you know that's not you.
Oh, man. Rick, listen, I'm talking to a guy on Instagram.
Right.
And he's a videographer. He does video for individuals. He shoots videos at gun ranges for people. And he puts together a package for them, and he sells it to them. Oh, they buy it from him. Man, on his personal page, he had this long rant going on about some just stuff that he was going through. Right. Just airing out some stuff. Now, this is probably the second or third one that I've seen on his page. On this one, I have his cell phone number, so I just hit him up. I was like, hey, bro, is everything cool? I sent him a text. He responded back, yeah, man, everything's good. And I was like, bro, like your posts don't look like everything is good. Like it seemed like you sending some coded messages or something. And he was like, oh man, don't worry about the stuff I post on there. He's like, it's personal stuff that I'm not even. He said, he was telling me don't take it personal. It's just stuff that he's airing out. I say to him, bro, understand companies that may be wanting to work with you. That's true. They're reading your stuff, and you seem emotional. You seem like an individual that's quick and volatile. So why would I work? Why would I want to bring you out to a shoot that I'm doing when I'm over here reading over here and you don't seem stable? And then he was like, no, I'm good. Later on in the day, he texted me back. He was like, man, I have been thinking about what you said earlier this morning. I just hearted the message like, all right, cool. But that's the truth. Companies are looking. You be thinking you the only one looking at companies. No, bro. They have individuals that are looking at you, and your page matters to them. So,
no, that's so very true. That's so very true. And I know that personally as well. So you're even saying that self-image matters. Yes, sir. Right? Even if you have a company, even if you have a business, when you launch those things out, making sure that if you do both pages, some people just choose to do one. Yes, sir. However, if you're saying if you do two, still be aware that people look at both, right? People are aware that, okay, yes, this is a company, but like we said even before, every company is connected to a CEO. Every company is connected to CEOs, right? And so let's look at who this person is connected to let me know if this is something I want to be connected with.
And guys, at the end of the day, like, let's be honest, you ain't stupid. Right. And because you ain't stupid, what make you think the person on the other side of that screen is stupid? That's good. Character is who you are when nobody else sees you. When nobody else sees you. So if on this page, on your business page, you about your business, you look elegant, everything seems to be on time, but then on your personal page, you lit, you over here doing this, you doing that. I ain't stupid. Correct. And if I'm going to work with you, I'm putting them together. So just the same way we look at people and we be like, oh man, they phony, like they this, they that. Somebody else has the same vocabulary as you and they thinking the same thing. Only difference is they're in a position to help your company out. And you just think, oh no, no, see, they judging, they this, they that. Right. No. Let's say they are judging. They're CEO. They're where we aim to be. Correct. So I gotta line up.
Hello. Now, even when it pertains to customers, right? Yes, customers are even looking at your pages, doing their research, looking at other people's reviews. I mean, we do it, right? I know you even do it when you go to eat somewhere, right? What? He is good on that. And if he has a bad experience or a good experience, he's gonna let it be known in writing, right? And so I say that part to say, if you do it at a restaurant, make sure your reviews on Yelp are good, right? They matter, and make the necessary adjustments. But even as it pertains to social media, your clients are even looking at your social media to see different shots that you're taking, you know, not pun intended, but different videos, different photos that are even uploaded and things like that to get an idea of what you offer and what you bring. So with that, what would you say, even if it isn't represented, however, what would you say is the experience that you want for each and every one of your customers to experience when they partake in Gammunition?
I want a customer, when they come in and leave out, one, I want them to be happy. Like I want them, I want smiles on their face. I want you to understand the negative stereotype that the media paints with firearms and that kind of thing. None of that's true. Like it all has a variant in it. However, it's all up to the owner. The gun itself has no life to it until the owner gives it that usage. So I want to erase all negative stigma. I want them to smile. I want them to embrace what we got going on. And at the end of it, I just want them to leave better, more proficient, to be able to protect them, their loved ones, and go home at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. And I've been a part of a gathering of brethren and with the firearms, and I will say,
and ladies,
and ladies were there too. Yeah. Now, to say that I left happy, I don't know. You know, I left with the awareness that not all firearms are for me. And be careful, because you can be joked at the end of the day. And I say will say, even as we say, every business has its own things, right? And with firearms, there is certain protection that you should have, right? And I even feel like, you know, even having that information is good for you to even know, even specifically to firearms, but even specifically to the business that you want to do, there are certain things that are necessary to do what you do well, right? Down to firearms, to restaurants, to gardening. There are certain things that you just have to have in order to be successful in doing that. And I wasn't prepared, right? I wasn't prepared with the ears, right? I didn't have the ear protection necessary because it's loud. I didn't realize how loud it was. TV doesn't do it justice, right? You see people on TV running, cops, they're, you know, firing, right? And it look like, oh man, this is easy. To your point, all kind of ways. If you watch it on YouTube, you can see the motions, all different kind of ways. And I'm out there trying it. My first time out there, and I'm getting joked.
Making all of the sound.
Yeah, right. I'm making sound effects before the real sound. Right? I'm already boom, boom, boom. Now that thing is ba-yoom, ba-yaga, yaga, ya. These are real sounds, right? But there's equipment that you have to have.
Yes, sir.
Right? And so, even with that, what are the different equipments that you have to have a successful firearms training session?
Man, well, first and foremost, I'll say, if you're getting training by anybody, just make sure that they are certified. Make sure that they are knowledgeable. And to what we just said a moment ago, visit their page and just take note of what it is that they're going, what it is that they're doing.
Yeah.
As a firearms owner, you want to have a pair of electronic headphones. You don't want just earmuffs.
Right.
You want electronic headphones, because what they do, they dampen the sound of the high, that high pitched thing. They dampen that, and they allow just normal tones to come through.
Right.
So you want electronic headphones. Now, I will say, when Ricky went out to shoot at the gathering, it wasn't a Gammunition gathering.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a Gammunition.
It was the brothers.
Because all customers that come through Gammunition, www.gammunition.info.
It's gonna be down in this. It's gonna be down there. It's gonna be down there.
Comes through us, they are provided electronic headphones and eye protection. So that's another one. Eye protection is vital. If you don't wear glasses, at least a pair of shades, something, because each time the gun cycles, if you're doing an automatic firearm, each time that, or semi-automatic, each time that gun cycles back, it's ejecting brass cartridges. And if you don't have eye protection, brass can come back, hit your eye. It could, ricochets can come back and hit your eye, and protection is all about that. So you want ear protection, you want eye protection, and holsters. Holsters matter. People be buying firearms and just let them sit or stick them in their pocket and stuff like that. Get you a quality holster. But all of those things, we'll walk a person through from start to finish without owning a firearm, without knowledge of a firearm. We'll take care of them.
Right. So then so is there a certificate, or is there a certain amount of sessions that you would recommend somebody to have in order to feel comfortable with a firearm, or is it varies with certain people?
It varies with certain people. Cool. I'll say anybody that trains with me, you're comfortable out the one. Because I'm good. However, I would not say it is a magic number of sessions. However, consistency, it goes back to that. You cannot ride a bike one time and then put it away and just wait until something extreme happens and now you have to ride a bike again. No. Practicing with the firearm. Don't just buy one and let it sit. Don't buy something because it looks pretty. Buy, all of these things matter. Size, caliber, all these things, they matter. And so Yeah, man. It's important.
Yeah, and now if you want more details of all those different things as it pertains to you, like he said, there is a website that you can go to, but I'm going to put it down below so you can see everything else, right? From the website to the Instagram to what else you got going on? You got YouTube even, you know, jumping off here and there, you know.
Twitter.
Okay.
And man, we
very active on Twitter. It's hilarious.
We just like to be, we want to be where the people are. Like, because in every market, there are individuals that I would say aren't doing it right. And then there are a lot of individuals that are doing it right, but they're just not your speed. Like, you need to be connected with the instructor that gives you what you give. One of the gun ranges that I work for, I won't say I work for them, but I partner with them, and I'm one of their house instructors. Nice. They refer individuals to me, and here's their wording when they mention. They'll ask a person. They'll say, "What type of instructor are you looking for? Are you looking for someone that is like on you like that, or are you looking for someone?" This is their word. That's more zen. Let an individual say more zen because they only give them two options.
We know somebody.
We'll give you Gammage. The couple that I worked with earlier this week, Ricky, 74 years old was the wife. Oh wow. 77 years old was the husband. Wow. Older white couple. Yeah. Fell in love with me. Nice. At the end of the session, the husband, his name is Tony. You don't know who he is. Hello. Tony says, "Hey, I want to make sure you take Riley to get some ice cream this evening." Wow. It's a family thing. Already. They have connected with my family. Wow. And I'm saying that to say, that's good. These individuals, they didn't know me from Adam and Eve prior to. But because the style that they were looking for, the gun range knew the caliber of instructor I was, and they paired them with me because they knew what I would offer them. So I'm saying that to you. Find the instructor or find the individual that's your speed and then connect with them from there. Yeah, and I even love, if you are to trace this whole conversation, you'll see how he was known as the Zen, right? Everybody has their words, right? Their words are Zen. He was the Zen guy. But I mean, he is the Zen guy fueled by his passion and fueled by his purpose, right? Man. That is what dictated who he is and who he is every time somebody comes to him. Now, we did talk about, and you have spoke on individuals as those that can come to you and work with you and things like that. Do you have any thoughts or aspirations or put any thought towards working with other firearm companies? When you say firearm companies, are you saying like manufacturers, those who instructors? Oh, instructors, most definitely. Like, I'll partner with instructors. There's actually two that I partner with now, and we do events together. We'll do different things together. And again, like, we come to an agreement on what the price is, and that's the other thing. Even with me partnering with other individuals, a part of my purpose, I'm not taking advantage of anybody. Yeah. So just because the market is heavy and people want firearms and people want, you're not about to connect me to anything that's now taking advantage of somebody just for $1. Like, that's not it, because Gammunition ain't my source. So I can't get so caught up in this to where I feel like this is the thing that's going to get me over the top. No. So yes, sir, I will partner with other instructors. I do partner with other instructors. And there are some that I won't. Like, if we get to the table and we're talking about it, and again, like you mentioned, if them stakes are lining up in the ground, then we just agree to disagree, and it's cool. At the end of the day, we're mature adults. I'm not about to go on my socials and start airing you out. I'm about to call your name right here. Because you know who you are. You know who you are. But likewise, you know, we just don't. We don't.
No, I love it. I love it. So now you are officially 1 year in. Yeah. Right. Officially. Yes, sir. Now, where do you see Gammunition in the next? Wow. Well, I won't say the next. 10 years from now, where do you see Gammunition?
Man. Guys. This answer is gonna blow your mind.
All right, I'm not even gonna look at it because I don't even know the answer.
This answer is gonna blow your mind. But what I'll say is, where do I see Gammunition in the next 10 years? Fast forward 10 years from now.
10 years from now.
100% still impacting a larger amount of people. Yes. Connected to and having organizations underneath me that are just feeding down the staples and convictions that started initially with Gammunition that are fueled down. And maybe I don't know if my hands are so much on Gammunition in 10 years, because the breadcrumbs are always led toward the need, like where the need is. So if the people are still in need of Gammage, hands-on Gammunitions, then you'll find me still running Gammunition and impacting the people that way. If it's led in another direction and the company in and of itself has been built solid and it's now impacting other individuals, then by all means, my lovely daughter, who's an amazing shooter at 9 years old.
She'll be 19.
She'll be 19 then. And it may be her company. And she may decide to do whatever the Spirit of God tells her to do with the company on the heels of what we've already built.
Now that's good. That's good, right? But what we do know is that Gammunition is pursuing destiny. We do know the Gammages are pursuing destiny, and they're doing it largely through their purpose, right? The purpose is the vehicle that allows for them to pursue the destiny that's before them. And knowing, I mean, you already heard the foundations that are there, right? The truths that are there that allow for them to walk confidently, walk boldly, even though they may not know what tomorrow looks like. There's confidence in tomorrow because of what they did today and what they've done in the past. They've sowed the seeds, right? They have the tenets, the stakes in the ground to know what we do and who we are and what we won't associate with and what we don't associate with. There's that family creed that's in there, right? So not only did you get to hear about Gammunition, right, and the tools of the trade with the firearm instructing business, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm in there, right? I'm in there. I made it. I'm about to hit off, and then we're going to see what happens. But not only did you get to see that aspect of him, but you got to see the man, right? The man of Terrence Alexander Gammage, right? You know what I'm saying? All of them tag at the end of the day. You got to see that, but then you also got to see the husband, the father, the family man as well, which, I mean, those are dynamics of who he is, and we only had a snippet of that, right? There's so much more, but I say all that to say how when one of you, right, he has the father, all of those different aspects, when one of you are built up, that allows for the other parts to be built on, right? So
that's good.
Lock in, right? Lock in with who you are, know who you are, allow for that to be enriched and empowered so that you can empower the other aspects and dynamics of life. Now, that's my sentiment and that's my takeaway. If there was something that you, Sir Gammage, will have for the lovely viewers, for the lovely people listening in, as a takeaway, as a go away, what would be your parting words?
Man, my parting words would be identify your convictions. Like, just know what it is that are your lines drawn in the sand, and then build on those lines. Just build on those lines. Allow the individuals that you connect with, because we talk largely about you connecting with companies and businesses and things like that. But I'll tell you, you connecting with those companies, an individual connecting with those companies, Ricky, it will be a telltale sign of how they've connected with their community. Like if your community is wonky and your community is built on individuals that aren't necessarily encouraging you and you encouraging them, like that is a large part of the trajectory on which you're going to push forward with. And that doesn't have to be in your immediate circle. The power of technology now has allowed us to connect with individuals, and these are parting words. The largest company that I have the opportunity of partnering with right now, I got that partnership by way of complimenting an individual on Instagram who I saw he shot nice. He was a good shooter. I invited myself out to shoot with him. Told him, hey man, I'll drive up to shoot with you. Made the drive over an hour or so to drive to shoot with him. Shoot with him. We had a great time. We built fellowship. Come back. We just start building on that friendship. We never met. I've never met his wife in person. He's never met my wife and kids in person. But we talked. Our families know of each other. He was the person who got my foot in the door with the largest company. And I'm talking about a $1 billion company.
Billion with a B.
Who got me connected with them. And now, I say all that to say, in parting, your circle, your community doesn't have to be right here around you. Technology has allowed us to connect with other people that are doing the thing that you desire to do. humble yourself. You don't know what you don't know.
Very true.
Even when you do know, stop acting like you know everything.
Yes.
Be a student.
That's good. That's
be teachable. And so, yeah, man, those are my parting words. Know your convictions. Humble yourself and be teachable.
Wow. With example. My God. Wow. Thank you to my brother Gammage for being here today. I know you all have been enriched and been blessed by the different things that has been said. And lastly, like one of the final things, what are all the various ways that people can connect with you? You could say it vocally, but I also put it in the description down on YouTube as well. But like, what are all the different ways in which, because I know people are trying to like get to you, trying to connect with you, trying to, you know, it's like I have technology. I want to be there.
Connect with me, ladies and gentlemen. Come follow me on Instagram at GotGammage.
Boom. That's the personal.
You can search me out on TikTok.
GotGammage.
Hit me up on Twitter at GotGammage.
There it is, consistent.
Also over on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Follow the Gammunition page.
Yes.
Gammunition. Now, it is a play on my last name, but it's the energy behind it all, baby.
That's it.
Gammunition. So connect with us on the web if you would like to book a private session. We also offer, because here's the beautiful thing about Gammunition, which a lot of companies don't offer. We offer in-home training.
Nice.
So we will actually come to your home with firearms unloaded, laser firearms, and the whole 9 yards to provide you an experience in your home. Without all the loud noise, so that way we get you comfortable on all the basics. Pistol 101, we do that in the convenience of your living room. So if you would like more information on that, visit us on the web, man. www.gammunition.info. You want information on Gammunition? Gammunition.info.
Boom. And as he was talking, I had questions, and I'm sure you do as well, so y'all can go to that website to get your questions answered and go ahead and get started. And with that being said, I love you all, I appreciate you all, and as we say, don't just live life but pursue destiny daily. Love you all. Till next time, peace.